Hey guys, this is Nate Voices. I'm back with another video. The topic I wanted to discuss today is called Your Vessel is a Temple. So, what I mean by that is that your vessel literally is your temple, and how you treat it is how it will respond to you. And if you've allowed a lot of negativity to come in and out of your life without treating that negativity in any way, your vessel is not going to serve you in the way that it needs to serve you, or the way that it necessarily wants to serve you. You disrespect your vessel, it will not respect you back. As simple as that. And by vessel, I just mean your body. Your body is your temple, and the way you treat yourself is how also others will treat you. So if you not demand the respect, the love, and the genuinity, then you will not receive that. That will not attract itself to you, and you'll constantly be met with low self-esteem, depression, and things like that, because you're not honoring your body the way it needs to be honored. And honoring it means moving it, exercising it, eating the right foods, going outside and getting enough sun, feeding it positivity, feeding it things that'll help enable your body rather than destroying it. And the biggest way you can disrespect your temple, your body, is by not listening to it. So when you neglect your health and your whole entire well-being, your temple will start to collapse. Your body will not function in the way it needs to. You'll notice that you'll be a lot more sleep deprived. You have a lot more brain fog, or you'll be more likely to be easily irritated. And it's because your body is not receiving what it needs. Your body is clearly telling you that it is not happy with what you're doing or with what you're putting into it, and you're not acknowledging that. And it's one of the most common ways people actually brush it off as them just being sick or something like that. No, it's a lot deeper than that. These sicknesses can be transferred spiritually as well. You can become spiritually ill. That is an actual thing. And then one way you'll notice is that how you're spiritually ill is that there's a lack of creativity, or you lack the ability to do self-care. You lack the ability to go out and fulfill promises you've made to yourself or to others. This is a form of neglect. You're neglecting yourself from things you should be doing or things you deserve to do. And when we neglect our health in aspects like that, we turn, it's a pretty yellow butterfly. I hope it comes over here so you guys can see it, but so pretty. But anyways, yeah, so when you neglect your body in that way, your temple stops responding to you. Your body begins to shut down, and then you wonder why you're having all these aches and pains and things like that. Is because you've allowed your body to become dysfunctional. You haven't interacted with spirit. You haven't interacted with your temple. And also too, by another way you can disrespect your temple is by allowing others to treat you at any kind of way. If you allow people outside of yourself to fuck over you, or say for example you're in a situationship or relationship with somebody, and all you guys do is fornicate, have sex, and you guys don't do anything else besides that, that's another way of disrespecting your temple. You're feeding your lower self. You're causing the sacral and the root chakra to become imbalanced by doing that, because you have no clear communication with this person. You have no healthy bond to this person. It's all about just this with this specific person. And if you and this person aren't on the same page, this person could be transferring their spiritual illnesses onto you. For example, they could be giving you depression, they could be giving you anxiety, they could be giving you heartbreak from like years ago that happened to them, and you start to wonder why you feel all funky and you don't feel good. And it's because they've spiritually infected you with their energy. Energy is very important, very vital for you guys to understand, because in order for things to be physical, you have to be on the spiritual plane first, and then things on the spiritual plane manifest themselves physically. That's how the sign starts to show up within your bodies, because first you feel it intuitively, and then physically it starts to show up. The fatigue, the sickness, the distress, the restless nights. These are all symptoms of a disrespected temple, or a not honored temple. And when you have these relationships with people like that, and in such a fluid way, you can, like I said, transfer a lot of these spiritual illnesses to a lot of people without intentionally knowing or doing that. This is why you have to be careful with who you involve yourself with, who you allow into your temple, because your temple is very sacred. Your temple embodies and holds a lot of things inside. And if it's not a healthy thing that it's holding on to, it could impact you very, very negatively by manifesting itself into a disease even as well. So you guys need to focus on and pay attention to how your body responds to you, how your body responds to any interaction you have with the person. If your heart is not feeling right around a certain person, don't be around that person. If you know that this food is not healthy for you and it's giving you problems, stop eating that food. Very simple. I know it's not easy to do, but it's something you need to practice, because your body, like I said, is your temple. The more you honor yourself, you'll notice the more your vibration, the more your frequency will raise. You'll notice how much lighter you feel, how much happier your thoughts are, how much happier you're feeling. When you make these changes and you release the toxicity in your life, you notice how drastically everything changes, how the sun will come out tomorrow, and if you don't, that dark cloud is just going to stay over you, and things aren't going to get better if you don't better yourself first. And it's not to say that you guys can't have these relationships or these situationships, but know who you're having the relationship with through and through. I don't care if it's on a temporary thing. Make sure that this person that you're being temporary with has the right mindset, has the right soul, because a lot of the time the people you mess with, you don't even know like that, and you have to know these things. No matter in what way you're trying to connect with these people or these things, you have to know them through and through. You have to know people's and things' nature in order to function. If you don't know the nature of something, you're going to be very confused. Worshiping your temple is very important. There's many ways you can worship your temple. There's many ways you can honor your temple. Like I said, by going out, doing healthy activities, doing things you love, working on your hobbies and your passions. Those are another way of honoring your temple. I'm sweating like a dog on my tummy, but that's okay. But yeah, these are just a couple things you can do to honor your temple. Even drinking water is a form of honoring your temple. Giving your body what it needs is another way of honoring your temple. And by you setting healthy boundaries as well is another way how you honor your temple. And if you don't have these boundaries, it's very easy to get misconstrued and wrapped up in other people's issues, other people's energetic cycles, other people's auric fields, and you don't want to get wrapped up in anyone's shit. It's hard enough dealing with your own shit, but imagine trying to deal with yours and someone else's shit. It just makes things a lot easier for you if you know what you're doing and how you're going to do it. And taking control of your temple is the first step to stepping into your power. Letting people know, hey, you can't do that. Letting yourself know, hey, you can't do that. Doing healthy reminders for yourself, making sure you're on top of what you need to stay on top of. You need to honor yourself. Through honoring yourself comes the happiness, comes the joy, comes the love, comes the evolution. of spirit, of you. When you honor yourself, you're not missing out on anything. You're actually gaining everything. Because you know what you will allow and not allow. You know what you want and what you don't want. You know who you want to be with and not be with. When you know these things, you can navigate a lot easier through life. Life won't be so difficult. You have to take control of these aspects of your life, of yourself. If you don't, you will run rampant. There will be chaos everywhere you turn. You will never find peace. And in order to keep that inner peace, you must honor your vessel. I will keep saying that until you understand that. I will keep saying that until you fully come to the decision to honor yourself. Your soul, this vessel, is very important. And how you take care of it is how this vessel will take care of you. This body will take care of you. You don't take care of it, this body won't take care of you. That's just facts. You have to live in a symbiotic relationship with yourself, especially with yourself. Because if self is not right, how can you be right? And you can't walk around broken, you know? You're going to see the world in a lot of fragments instead of seeing it whole. I know self-love is a difficult and very touchy subject for a lot of people, but it's important, and I will always emphasize this because it's important. Rest, don't stress. When you take care of self, it will always take care of you. Your body will never do nothing to harm you. Your body is always looking to take care of you, looking for your best interest, always. And it's definitely going to be a learning process. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a learning process. But that's okay because we're all here to learn. And you don't have to feel any type of way if you're just now catching up. That's okay. Better late than never. But remember what I say, reflections. Remember what I've told you, reflections. Take this wisdom and implement it in your life. Start changing your life for the better. You want to feel better, then you got to do better. If you want to do better, you got to be better. You don't want to evolve, then I don't know what to tell you. Things aren't going to change if you aren't willing to change yourself. That's just facts. And the sooner you understand that and realize that, the sooner you realize that, the faster you'll come to know how easier a lot of things are. And you'll look back on these moments and be like, damn, like, what was I stressing for? Why was I always concerned with this when it was always about this? And the more you honor your vessel, the more it will honor you. And you'll see how your soul will take you places. I mean, man, you'll see. Watch. When you honor yourself more, watch, you'll see. And definitely use the world around you. Healing is all around you. Go sit outside. Go listen to some birds sing. Go feel the grass. Go replenish your spirit. If you have an idea, act on it. If you have something that you've been wanting to do for a really long time, then do it. Spirit is telling you, is calling you to this. You feel a calling towards a certain thing, do it. Do it. What are you waiting for? Nobody's not going to wait for you to make that decision. You have to. You have to decide that you want to be better. You have to decide when you're going to make that change. You have to decide when you're going to make a difference. That's all I have for you guys. Lots of love and light, family.